Hey, welcome. This is Money Mike here, and today we're looking at a product in the logo niche. So, 5-minute logos, fast and easy logo creation. Before we jump in, though, I just want to encourage you to click on the link below this video in the description. The link will open up in a new window and won't affect this video from playing. It's a link to the page I'm going to be talking about, as well as some great bonuses that I'll send to you absolutely free just for checking it out. So go ahead, click on the link now while we get started. So 5-minute logos. Man, if you have ever tried creating a logo, it can be really not very exciting and time-consuming, frustrating, and you need a good logo to stand out. And you can get over 44% a sales boost by doing this. Is that possible? Well, yeah, absolutely. Robert Plank here, this fella here, he did a split test with a logo and no logo on his sales letter, and it boosted it by 44.4%. So cool stuff. He paid $300, which gave him an extra $600. So pretty good ROI, if I'd say so myself. It can cost a lot of money on graphic designers. They're not cheap. Graphic designers do a really good job, but you're just going to be shelling out a lot of coin. You will get a good design in most cases, but it's expensive. So, why not do it yourself? You can add a logo to your site, product, or business in 5 minutes or less, even if you don't have a graphics bone in your body, which, a lot of people don't. Obviously we're not going to guarantee you're going to get a 44% increase in sales, but, it is possible to increase, your conversions, definitely. So it's essential for any business. If you've been around internet marketing, you see e-covers, and there's the graphics have come a long way. Some of the on some of the older sites and years ago, some of the graphics weren't that great, and they've really improved now. And you can have really high resolution graphics made up and logos for your site and for your business. So graphics move sales. When you look at logos, like Nike, Exxon, Disneyland, they all have logos. They're simple but high impact, and people remember them. They're brandable. So why don't you have a logo? Or if you do, why don't you have a good one? Like I say, hiring a designer can cost you $150, $300. Oh yeah, and definitely upwards of that. You could spend a ton of money. You'd need a designer to find whose work you like, who's available, who you think you can work with, who can you afford. So there's no guarantee you'll be satisfied. You can outsource it, and like I said, there are good people out there, but it's just finding someone, and the cost can be tremendous, and then all the changes back and forth. You may think do-it-yourself is not an option because graphic software can be expensive, which it can. There's a huge learning curve in learning expensive software, absolutely. And you think, or you feel maybe you don't have any talent in creating graphics. So the great thing with this product is the 5-minute logos, fast and easy logo creation. So this fellow, Andy Erickson, is the creator of it, and he's done lots of logos, seen all kinds of stuff, good and bad. Like I said, they're expensive. A lot of it's just unacceptable. So what he's discovered is 90% of logos follow this simple formula, and probably even a lot higher than that. Simple formula, you can choose from 3 basic types of logos. So after you decide which type you want, it takes 2, 3, or 4 simple decisions to make your awesome logo, and that's it. Fairly simple. So what you'll discover, the secret formula for creating as many logos as you want, easy and rapidly, 6 different ways you can use logos to enhance your bottom line. And we'll just jump through some of this here. So you're going to get, there's actually a webinar you'll get, full training webinar. It's MP4 and also audio MP3. Accompany a 34-page 5-minute logos report and more logo creation samples. So a ton of stuff in here. There's some proof, which is fine. I've never too big on that. People overhype stuff like that. But anyway, so this, here's a look at it right here, the 5-minute logos report. You get additional tips that aren't covered in the webinar, a list of recommended resources, a process map, so mapping out how you're going to come up with your logo, and pretty cool stuff. I mean, if it takes 10 times longer, say 50 minutes, you know, you're still saving a ton of time and rate of, you know, if you had to pay $300 an hour. There's a look at some cool logos right there. So yeah, it's a pretty cool product. If logo creation is something that you you know, want to dabble in or take a stab at, then you can definitely do it quite easily here. This product is only 17 bucks, so that's pretty much it for now. Don't forget to click on the link below this video in the description if you haven't already done so, and grab the awesome free bonuses that I have for you, and we'll talk to you next time.